So normally in normal, you just need to look out. But in hard, you have to look at the wings right here. So everyone looks out first, right? Everyone looks out. So all of us are looking out right now, including myself as well. But then she opened one wing. You see the wing open, right? One wing. It can be with 0 wings. It can be like none of the wings can like stay close. Can open one wing. Can open 2 wings. The number of wings that open signifies the number of players that needs to look at her. So yes, basically like there are times where you have to look at her. So she opened one wing. So let's see here. Okay, so this is Medusa, Star Medusa. Everyone looks out. One wing is open. That means one person needs to look at her. One person has to. If you fail this, she does the Medusa. So yeah, one person needs to look at her. This time it's me. So I look at her. So now I look at her, right? Now I'm petrified. Now I can't look at her anymore. So if she's gonna do this the second time. So yeah, that's second time, and this time none of the wings open, right? So everyone looks out. But basically, like since I'm petrified, I can't look at her anymore. If she open her wings, right, different people have to look at her. So you have to assign people based on that, and hopefully they don't die in the middle before like the Medusa pattern. Let me check. Yep, they're all good. They're good. Okay. Well, we can start then. We can start. It's ding dong, boys. It is ding dong walkthrough for like phase 3 right now. So yeah, did phase 1, phase 2. Uploading it later, but yeah. It is ding dong time, ding dong, phase 3 walkthrough right now. Welcome back, Crims. You're just on time, I guess. But yeah, this is the phase 3 one for like Vykas. This one has the in hard is like one of the hardest. Well, it's the hardest phase, obviously, because it's the final phase, right? But mainly because it has like 8 mechanics. So 8 like health bar mechanics, basically. You know, 170, 155, etc. That can basically like wipe you. So there is that, there is that. So yeah, that's basically how it goes. So it's part of the hardest one because like some of this are also like, what's the name? When you lose people here and there, it gets harder and harder to execute like the later mechanics. And in the final phase, there is a mechanic that basically like the less player you have, the shittier your experience gonna be. So yeah, it's like ghost phase, I guess. Like ghost phase, yeah, kinda. If you have like I said, like a few people die already by the time you enter ghost phase, it's the same with like Vykas as well. By the time you enter that, it's pretty bad. So yeah. But anyways, let's go, let's go. This is the start right here. Phase 3 battle item. So you need like a potion, you need Timestop, you need sleep grenade, and you need stagger grenade. So that's like the main thing that you can bring right there. That's the main thing that you can bring. But yeah, 0 bar stagger with 2 people. You can still do it, but I mean like it's much harder. Plus like not to mention like enrage timer. So yeah. Anyways, let's start with this then. Okay. So yeah, let's start with this for now. The usual, you start like you enter the phase and everything, and then like you just like. So I'm not gonna go through like the basic mechanic, right, as usual, because like that's gonna take too long if I just talk about like all the mechanics. But we'll go through it like the important one at the very least. This one you need to like watch out right here. So sometimes like Vykas does like an animation and then it puts like a purple puddle under you. Oh, actually I should go through this first. Okay, when you start, there is this like bar on top of your head right here. Every person has like this bar. So yeah, this is called the desire gauge. I don't know what's gonna be called in like NAU later, but basically this is like your desire gauge. So yeah, your charm gauge, let's just say. Every time you get hit, whether you are shielded or not, whether you take damage or not, this thing will go up basically. So yeah, there is this white line which signifies your like 70% of the gauge. If you get it into full, you will get charmed by Vykas. And then after that, you will start attacking your teammate. An AI will take over the control of your character, and you will start killing your teammates instead. So yeah, to remove this, you can use sleep grenade to basically like remove like the charm, or anything that is like a CC, a stun, anything right there. Or you can just kill the guy. You can just heal the guy as well. If you think he's useless, he gets charmed 24/7. Just blast lasers into hit, kill the guy. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, Kumar gauge, whatever you wanna say right there, whatever you wanna say. But yeah, we're moving in for this. The 70 bar will come into play later. The 70%, I mean, the 70% of the bar will come into play later. So yeah, erection protection. But yeah, Periodically, you get like this purple thing, and then like this will drop like this puddle right here. And this puddle, if you get close to it, you will start like what's the name? Getting gauge right here. So you will see my gauge like goes up right here. So I'm raising it on purpose for a specific mechanic. But this is what it was right there. That's like partially how it is. But yeah, you don't want to drop it in like area where you are doing mechanic or fighting the boss. So you want to drop it like outside, preferably not certain side, basically. Usually like depending on the mechanic you're tackling right now. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. So yeah. This is 170 bar. The first 170 bar, the first mechanic is on 170 bar. It's a swamp mechanic. We call it the swamp basically. So you can see right here. You can see this like this light from the top or under your feet. You can see there is like there is a white light and there's a brown light basically. So yeah, 8 people will be aimed by like the light one, by the light like the white light. 2 people will be aimed by the brown one. In normal, 3 people will have the brown one. So yeah, what you wanna do right here basically, if you have like the light buff, right, the white one, you drop a pool that like basically increase your movement speed. For the brown one, it gives you like a slow. So yeah, you wanna line up the slow on one side of the arena. In the Korean perks, we put it on 9 o'clock basically. 9 o'clock, you go to the left side basically. 9 o'clock for the brown puddle. You line it up basically. In the meantime, the light puddle, you need to like put it outside. So yeah, so we put it outside here. I have the light one, I put it outside. The brown one is here, like in the 9 o'clock right here, just lining it up. And then now you move over here. So yeah, get the slow. Now if you get the slow right here, after this, Vykas will charm you and you start moving. If you don't have the slow, or if you're in the light puddle, you will instantly goes into like Vykas and then you'll just die. So but doesn't do clock, it doesn't matter where you wanna do it right there, east, west, whatever. But yeah, this is the slow right here. So yeah, if you're like in here, you die. So yeah, so if you don't have the slow or you have the speed, you die. If not, then yeah. But yeah, that's basically the first mechanic. Pretty simple. You just like line up like the brown one. If you're light, you go outside. So yeah. Blaster can go to red mode. Okay. Here is the thing, right? A blaster can go to red mode. One way to do it, go to red mode. But be careful as well, Crims, because you might have the black one. You might have the brown like light. So if you go to red mode outside, right? Then like the brown is gonna drop outside. Then like people don't have the slow. Then people die because of you. So be careful with that. You still need to look. You still need to know. It's better to do it manually. So yeah, swiftness plus spirit absorb. I mean like that sounds like a you problem, but yeah. Line up wide so you can go Booba Master. I guess so. If that's your aim, then you can do that, yeah. But yeah, how many brown hard mode? Only 2. There is only 2. So there is only 2 that you can line up front and back basically. In normal mode, there is 3. So you have like leeway. But in hard mode, there is only 2. And 2 of them has to be lined up properly. One guy take the front, one guy take the back. Everyone moves to the edge. So that's basically what it is. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Next mechanic is on 150 bar right here. 150 bar mechanic. So yeah. 150 bar. 155, sorry. It's more like 155, but she's doing mechanic right now, so we're skipping through it. So 55 bar mechanic is when this gauge like comes to play right here. So you see like these people like having less than 70%. The pink one, I have the red one which is like above 70%. If you have like a higher gauge, it will show a different thing. If you have the purple gauge, it will show like something else as well. So this is the 155 bar mechanic. So if you have like more than 70% on the gauge, you will see swords right here. You will see the swords. So you see the swords like at the edge of the arena. Now if you have lower gauge, right? If you have lower gauge right now, then what would happen is you will see a different what's the name? You will see a different thing. So yeah, this is what you see. You see Vykas clones. So if you have lower gauge, you see Vykas clones. If you have higher gauge, you see Vykas sword. So for this one right here, basically sword and clone will spawn on different location. But there will be one sword that spawns together with the clone. So what you wanna do is you find where the sword is that overlaps with the Vykas. People that doesn't have gauge can see Vykas clone. people that have gauge like me can see the sword. You either ping the sword, and then like the other people, the other people that doesn't have like the gauge basically can go to clone that like wherever it is that we ping, because we ping the sword, right? So whichever like they see a clone being pinged means that's the overlap. That's the safe spot. So yeah, so I ping top right here, I ping right, left, and everyone goes north because like the people in the clown sees it in the north. So I guess like we go north. So yeah, you just need to find the overlap between the sword and the clone, basically. So yeah, alternatively, you can use your ear and listen to like what's the name? Listen to like where what's the name? Where Vykas is. You can hear where she is because she's moaning, I guess. Or you can remember the pattern for it. So yeah, like how can you can tell to counter Vykas? You just need to know the pattern as usual. ASMR, yeah, you basically ASMR, yeah. There is an audio cue because you can hear where Vykas is. So yeah, I usually use the audio because like I don't really like get gauge anymore. So yeah, yeah, she's moaning. What's wrong with that right there? Nothing wrong with that, man. But yeah, go to the spot. If you're not in the spot, you die. So yep, that's basically how it is right there. So yeah, then you move on again. And then next mechanic would be like everyone's favorite mechanic as usual. That's everyone's favorite mechanic right there. It's at 135 bar. That's the what's the name? The temptation mechanic. So yeah, the not non-boomer friendly mechanic for people that have like boomer fingers, I guess. So yeah, can't wait for the third mechanic. Yeah, this is the third. So that was the second mechanic, the thing, the sword and clone. Now this is the third mechanic, which is like the what's the name? The temptation one. So yeah, Vykas morning, you found the spot. You find the sword. Yeah. So this is like the what's the name? This is like the 135 bar. So okay, so at the start right here on the map, you see this yellow bubble right here, right here. Same with the north as well. If you're doing normal, there is 4 bubble. So there is this 4 bubble that you can interact at the edge of the arena to lower your gauge. You wanna save this this bubble basically, because like you can't just use it willy-nilly basically. You need it for like certain mechanics, so you can't just use it. So yeah, in normal you have like 1 extra bubble on like the southern part, and on that one you have like extra leeway. So yeah, and this is one of the first few times where you actually use it. So yeah, you need this. So 135 bar, Vykas flies to the center. You go up north, or for us in Korea with the pugs, right? We go up north and then we use this like what's the name? The bubble, and we use it to like lower our gauge, because we're about to do like the typing mechanic. So yeah, if your gauge is not empty at this point, you have 1 second to do the typing. Most likely you will fail. If your gauge is 0, so zero charm basically, then you will have like 4 seconds to actually do this fight. So yeah, so you have 4 seconds to actually do this thing. So you wanna wait for this basically. You wanna like what's the name? You wanna like go for like a 0 gauge. Then after that you do this mechanic. So yeah, booba check, yeah. But yeah, that's basically the typing right here. So you just need to type this properly. So if you're on a challenge, you can keep yourself at max gauge. You won't really get it, but I mean like I don't know. If you're confident, I guess sure. By all means right here. So yeah, but that's like the temptation mechanic, everyone's favorite mechanic. So yeah, so if you succeed, that's good. Like if you succeed, then yeah. If you fail, then what's the name? You give Vykas shield and gives her like one stack as well. The more stacks she has, the more damage she does. 4 people fail, you die. You can survive with 3, but be careful with that, because like you're gonna take a lot of damage. You need like basically support shield and stuff like that to actually like survive it. Did anyone fail here? So yeah, I don't know if someone failed here. I think someone failed here maybe. No, okay, people don't fail here. So she doesn't like blow up. Does it fail on the second one? Let me check if like anyone fails here actually. Let me check. Okay, same thing here, same repeat right here. You do this one right here, right? So yeah, then we do the mechanic again. Did I fail this one? I don't know if anyone will fail or not. I wanna fail the typo max so hard, man. I guess you can fail it and just say, oops, sorry guys. my controller died, bro. Just say that. Just say that. Okay, I didn't fail this one, but I wonder like if anyone fails on this one. Okay, nah, he didn't fail. No one fails this one. Okay, so Yeah, I don't have a video to show the fail, but basically if you fail, you she does damage to you, a rate wide damage basically. But yeah. But yeah, anyways, this is like the next mechanic right now. You just dodge this one as usual. You move on. This is where normally like we use like sidereal to basically like push the damage faster. And if like anyone ever if anyone ever fails, she get the shield, right? The sidereal will basically like kill the shield as well. So yeah, in this case, Ninaf would be the case. So yeah. So next mechanic is 120 bar. 120 bar, it's actually like a debate. It's a debate mechanic. You get this purple, this pink like AoE again under your feet, which normally you wanna put out, but this time you actually wanna actually make use of it. So what this do is basically like you need to get charm to survive on this mechanic. You actually have to like get charm. So you you stack up in Korea. We stack up like all of the thing, all of like the puddle right here, and then we all go in. So yeah, failing means we're gigas. So yeah, but yeah, that's basically how it is. Oh, I'm almost dead right here. Be careful because some people get charm earlier than the others are there, and you can kill each other because of that. So be careful with that as well. So yeah, you get charm right here. And then like she'll basically do a one-shot move right here. If you're charmed, you're safe. If you're not charmed, you die. So yeah, there is no time stop yet on this one now. But yeah, and that's the one-shot mechanic. Bam, there we go. If you're charmed, you're fine. And it will put you into half gauge as well. So yeah. Is a good move for support awakening? Not necessarily. Support awakening is usually when you fail the temptation mechanic, the typing mechanic. Usually is when you use support awakening. But yeah. So this is what it was right here. So some people like are still on charm right now. So you see like these people charm right now, like 2 people, the warlord ND and like the other is charm right now, full gauge right here. You can either kill the guy, cause like now you can fight, right? This guy like ND tried to hit me right here. The warlord tries to hit me, cause he's charm. He's charm right now, right? He tries to hit me. See, you see that? That's the AI right there. So yeah, you throw sleep grenade or like whatever, what kind of like what's the name? CC to basically stop it from. You CC it and then like that's fine. Like they'll go back and like they won't PvP again. So yeah, that's basically part of it right there. So yeah, that's like what's the name? 120 bar mechanic, right? Next mechanic is like 102. So yeah, we're at 106 right now. Is that a cheese or is it supposed to be like let him the charm do its thing? No, it's not a cheese. You're supposed to be charmed to survive that one. So, but did he get charmed? You know the puddle that we put like before, right at the start, the puddle that we put. When the mechanic finished, the puddle is still there. So some people were still inside that, so they get charmed because of that. So yeah, so you can see right here, basically. Let me show it again. So this is the mechanic, right? This is the puddle right here. The puddle is still there. See? The puddle is still here. So people in here will get charmed. Still. There is 2 people over there. Then you throw a sleep grenade. That's what happens when you throw a sleep grenade. So yeah. That's basically how it goes right there. Speak English, Mickey. Okay. Really bad RNG. But yeah, 105, 105. So yeah, next mechanic is at like 102. So yeah, which is actually where the stagger mechanic. This is where like some of your stagger like grenade would come in as well. Stagger grenade, stagger grenade. So yeah, this is where you use your next like what's the name? Your yellow bubble right here. This is yellow bubble. We go to the right side. So in Pak strats, we go the right and into the right side in Korea, and then we use it right here. We need this to lower our gauge, but not too low basically. So we can lower our gauge right here down to 0 or whatever. So now the stagger bar is up, and then like she's throwing this aura basically where you start gaining like gauge over time. So yeah, like you'll get gauge like over time on this one. In the meantime, you have to stagger. At the same time, during this part, right, there is slime that will spawn on the top right and bottom left. There is a slime that will spawn over there. So yeah. This slime will basically do explode and do a one-shot to you. So to actually like do this mechanic is like you designate 2 people to kill this slime. To kill this slime, they need to be high gauge. So they need their gauge to be high to actually kill the slime. So first of all that. You designate 2 people. In the meantime, the other people stagger. But the puck strats in Korea, we do it in a different way because there is a much easier way to do it using Timestop basically. So yeah, it's just less risky to do that. But yeah, so we do this. We stagger the boss, right? We stagger the boss. So we get. You see my gauge increasing. You stagger the boss right here. Then after that, you time stop. You time stop to prevent this slime explosion to kill you. So yeah, they will say stop DPS to do way. You can do way over here so if you want to. Yeah, share. But yeah. But this is like the thing right here. So yeah, that's the explosion. This explosion will kill you if you are not in time stop right now. But if you're time stop, you're fine. So yeah, that's the 102 bar mechanic, the stagger mechanic. It's pretty simple to be honest. If you do this strat, because all you need to do is basically you just go in, stagger, and then after that, like what's the name? You just like what's the name? You just time stop to prevent like the slime explosion from one-shotting you. So yeah, Paladin Godsend Law. You can try to Godsend Law it, yeah, but you'll get charm after that. Then you'll fight each other anyway. So yeah. Either way, it's not like a good one. Just use time stop. Ah, there is this mechanic actually. So there is this mechanic where she does like a rune right here. It's hard to show it. So yeah, you see this one. So this is like part of like the 70% bar mechanic. That thing right here, and then what she does here, she actually summons whales. Yes, you guys, whales, right? She summons whales that travels from like one side of the arena to the other side. So yeah, and with that whales, basically, if you touch it, you take massive damage, and then like over time you just die. Basically, if you touch it for too long, but you cannot see it if you have no gauge. If you have like a not 70% gauge, then you cannot see it. Only like people that have above 70% can actually see the whales. She summoned the RM tears. Yeah, she will summon the RM tears, and the RM tears will swim slowly. You touch it, you die. So yeah. But yeah, you need to like basically have like a high gauge to actually be able to see. If not, if you don't have a high gauge, this part of the arena in like normal and hard mode is always safe. All the way bottom south basically. So you see these people right here that can see, they're there. So these people can see like where the whales are. I wonder if I have like a point of view that can actually show the thing. But yeah, that's part of the mechanic over there. So whenever like she does that rune and the thing, be careful with the whales. So yeah, if you have like someone that has high gauge, they can tell you where to go. Next mechanic is 75 bar. It's a repeat of the swamp mechanic from like 170 bar. Exactly the same. So yeah, same thing. The slow over there. Then you just execute and you're done. So yeah, same thing over there. The whales look like mini boss on chaos map. Ah, true. The whales look like the bosses that you fight in what's the name? In like the map. You know when you do the maps, the map trading and everything. The final boss is there is this little whale right here. That's the one right there basically. Maybe I can find it later. But yeah, we will see. Next mechanic is 55 bar. So yeah, which is like the tentacle one. Ah, this is another important mechanic here. This is another important mechanic for this. This is the Medusa one. Any way to reduce your gauge other than yellow bubble? No, only the yellow bubble, which you cannot use like all willy-nilly because you only have like a limited amount of like yellow bubble. So yeah. Now, anyways, this mechanic is one of the most important mechanic that can happen randomly as well. So yeah. This is the Medusa pattern, the gaze pattern where you have to like look away. In normal, this pattern is pretty easy. All you need to do is just look out. Just look away from the boss basically. Don't look at Vykas. If you look at Vykas, you will trigger the Medusa mechanic. Then she will just like basically like kill everyone unless you time stop. So yeah, in hard, the mechanic is actually different. So yeah. So this is how the mechanic works right here. So she does this first, right? This is the Medusa. So you see this like, you know, flowing out like black thing right here. That's how you know it's Medusa. So normally in normal you just need to look out, but in hard you have to look at the wings right here. So everyone looks out first, right? Everyone looks out. So all of us are looking out right now, including myself as well. But then she opened one wing. You see the wing open, right? One wing. It can be with 0 wings. It can be like none of the wings can like, you know, stay close. Can open one wing, can open 2 wings. The number of wings that open signifies the number of players that needs to look at her. So yes, Basically, like there are times where you have to look at her. So she opened one wing. So let's see here. Okay, so this is Medusa, Star Medusa. Everyone looks out. One wing is open. That means one person needs to look at her. One person has to. If you fail this, she does the Medusa. So yeah, one person needs to look at her. This time it's me. So I look at her. So now I look at her, right? Now I'm petrified. Now I can't look at her anymore. So if she's gonna do this the second time. So yeah, that's second time, and this time none of the wings open, right? So everyone looks out. But basically, like since I'm petrified, I can't look at her anymore. If she open her wings, right, different people have to look at her. So you have to assign people based on that, and hopefully they don't die in the middle before like the Medusa pattern. So this Medusa pattern is actually pretty hard because it's random. So yeah, Simon says kind of, I guess you can say, but basically like depending the number of the wings, you have to look at her based on that. So yeah, it's gonna be a disaster. Usually disaster ensues when people die. When people are dead, and then they were supposed to be the guy that was looking or something like that, it's different. For us in Korea, right, the Park strat is basically party 1, number 1, 2, look at the wings, the first time she does the wings. And then 3, 4 looks at the second set of the wings. So this is Korean Park strat. You don't have to do it this way, but this is how we do it. So Medusa start right here. The first wing, like the first wing pattern is party 1, number 1 and 2. That's me and the war dancer. Right? So yeah, one wing open, that means only one, right? So number 1, look at it. So I look at it because I'm number 1. Now it's the second set of the wings. So now it's number 3 and number 4 is the one that looks at it, that looks at Vykas. So yeah, but since it's 0 wing, no one look at it. If both wings open, then the Lance Master and the Gunslinger will look at her instead. So yeah, it's okay if you don't look at her wings. You just need to look at her basically. Point yourself at her. So yeah, but yeah, this is basically the Medusa pattern. So yeah, it's pretty difficult to actually execute, especially when you're not close to it or when you're not prepared. Because sometimes you're outside, sometimes you're doing other mechanic. You didn't realize it's Medusa pattern. So yeah, so be careful with that one. So in the meantime, that's basically how it works. We'll see if like there is another Medusa pattern, and maybe like the number of wings would be different. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. So yeah. Another purple, another pink like AoE that you drop right here. You just drop out. And this is now 55 bar mechanic. Okay. So this is 55 bar mechanic, which is the tentacle mechanic. What's the name? Yeah. 55 bar tentacle mechanic. So basically she summons like tentacle all the way here. You see the map right here with the yellow name monsters right here. These are the tentacles right here. So yeah, you need to kill all of these tentacles. The problem with these tentacles is that if you don't have 70% or above gauge, if your gauge is not red, the tentacle is invulnerable. So you cannot kill the tentacles. So yeah, can't remember anyone failing it in KR, but like it's an unbeatable mechanic in Russia. Well, I don't know. So yeah, this is so you have the so she shoots out like this like orb right here. You can take it to basically increase your gauge. So yeah, you take your gauge, you get the gauge right here, then after that you kill like all of this like tentacles. So yeah, now be careful of taking too much gauge, too much orb though. If you take too much orb, you become PvP, and then you will probably kill each other. Then after that you cannot kill the tentacle. Then after that the Vykas one shots you. So be careful with that. So you need to take like gauge to get like in high enough gauge. Then after that, you what's the name? You need to kill all of the tentacles. So it's pretty simple, but like in execution, it's actually pretty hard. So yeah, you just it's probably easier in Korea. We assign like party 1 left side, party 2 right side, and then you just like kill your own respective side and go to the south because there is some on the south as well. That's basically how we do it in Korea, like the pack strats for it. You guys can do whatever you want, but yeah. So yep, temporary. No. Okay. During this mechanic, your gauge keeps going down. Your gauge keeps going down. Basically, you need to get like this this orb to go high, but not until it's full. Then after that, when the gauge is high, you can kill the tentacles. Even if one tentacle alive, everyone dies. Yes, everyone dies. So yeah, you need to keep taking balls if it's too slow. Yeah, you just keep taking it basically, but you don't wanna take too much. So yeah. Yeah, if one tentacle is alive, you die. In normal mode, this tentacle has like much less. There is less tentacle, so it's easier to kill like some of them in normal mode. So yeah, but generally normal mode is pretty similar. All of them are the same except for the Medusa and this one having less tentacle. There are some difference later as well, but yeah. But yeah, you just kill the tentacle, and then you're done. Then after that, this cutscene goes on. She eats you, and then we're all happy. So yeah. If you're under threshold by like 0.1%, that's collecting an orb fill your bar to full. No. Collecting 2 orb. Basically, if you're 1% under the threshold, you take 2 orb, you get to full. Basically, but if you take 1, then no. So yeah. Like right now, like where I am right now, if I get like 1 orb, I'll be fine. I'm not gonna PvP. But if I take like 2, I will PvP. Something like that. So yeah. Getting hit by like, a Vykas standard mechanic will also increase your gauge, by the way. So be careful with that. Yeah, she eats you. Yep, she does eat you. Okay, this is like the next one right here. So, okay, so next mechanic is 35 bar. This mechanic does not exist in normal. This mechanic doesn't happen in normal. So yeah. So basically, like this one is like only in hard mode. So it's an out and then in first, and then in the intercardinal, this one in the like NA mode basically. Northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast basically. This thing will spawn. This yellow here, not this yellow, this red like orb right here. You need to take this and not let it go through Vykas. So yeah, you need to grab it basically. So when you grab this orb, it increases your gauge. So if your gauge is high, you cannot take it. It is to be someone with a lower gauge. When they take this, they have to spam spacebar basically. You have to spam spacebar. So yeah, I don't know if I have like a point of view that like I'm taking it. Usually I do take it because I have like a normally like a low gauge right here. Let me see here. That's 19 bar. Okay, 35 bar right here. So it's an out and then in, right? Okay, and then you take this thing right here. You take the orb right here. It can be anyone. Basically, if your gauge is like not high, you take it. If your gauge is high, don't take it because you'll get PvP. So yeah, you take it and then you spam spacebar. That's it basically. So yeah, so the mechanic is pretty simple over there. And that's it. That's like 35 bar mechanic right now. So yeah, pugs are fuck yeah. I'm not looking forward to pugging this. Well, pugging is gonna be like your kind of stuff right there. But yeah, there is not a lot of like really important mechanic here and there. Mainly it's just dodge here and there, except for like let's say like the Medusa or stuff like that. Those are important one right there. But yeah, 45 degree. Well, it's up. It's whichever right there. But yeah, it's 18 bar right now. So we're pushing it right here. Do we have another Medusa maybe? Maybe like it would be nice like if we can show another Medusa maybe. We'll see if we get like another Medusa pattern or not. Okay, let's see here. It's 13 bar right now. Ooh, okay, someone PvP right here. So if you keep getting hit here and there, you can become PvP right here. This is like some random thing right here. The more you get hit, the more you become PvP, the more annoying for your party to deal with. If you're a gun lancer that keeps tanking mechanic or a heavy armor Andy that keeps tanking mechanic right there, you're actually that weight. You're actually like dragging down your team. So yeah, that's basically how it is right there. Probably like estimation maybe like around like 12 to 16 hours creep maybe. So yeah. But you see PvP here. I threw grenade again. So yeah, let sleep her, and there is that. There's another person PvP. See, here's the thing, right? When you keep getting hit by this and that, I just threw my sleep grenade. It's on cooldown right now, but then this guy went PvP again. So yeah, this guy on top of that, this guy has a plus 25 glow. This guy is a whale basically. So if it's a whale, you'll get one-shotted by him. So be careful with taking whales to your party as well, because they're gonna do so much damage. You get one-shotted by the by the PvP. Careful with that. Whales that can't dodge mechanic is actually detrimental to your party. So yeah. Careful with that. But yeah, actually a debuff to have. Well, whales that can't dodge mechanic, yeah. So yeah. Oh, and now we're losing people here and there. We're losing people left and right now. So yeah. There is this mechanic again. This is the whale mechanic, as you see, the standard whale mechanic. We don't have gauge, so we all down here because this is a safe gauge. Okay. The whale spawns right here. The whale spawns like around here. Andy passed by. He dies. It's a warlord. Half health. Instantly die. So that's basically what it was right there. So yeah, be careful with that. This is like the whale mechanic that, like, you know, the one that like swim through right here. Can't show it right now because like I don't see it, but you'll see it later when you have like a high gauge. So yeah. But yeah, that's how it goes right here. So yeah, this is it. This is it. Okay, let's see. 12 bar left, so we have to push like 12 bar. There is a last mechanic on like 0 bar, by the way. It's to prevent you from like, let's say, what's the name? Oh, here we go. Here goes another Medusa. Okay, same thing here. So here goes another Medusa. So my party right here, party 1, number 2, and number 4 is dead. So someone has to replace them because they cannot look, right? Because they die. So we can't really like, you know. So you have to like assign someone else to actually take over right here. This is the Medusa. This is the start. She opened one wing over there. Same thing, right? You'll see the Medusa right here. Medusa start. One wing opens. That means one person look. So that's me. So yeah, I look at it. And now I'm petrified. And she opened another one wing right here. You need to like actually get used to like looking at the wings. Because like the wings is a bit like hard to see because of the black background right now. So there's another wing, another like what's the name? Another wing opens. Need one more person to look at it. So yeah, what's the name? The lance is the one that looks at it on the left side. You didn't see it, but yeah, you see it here, like behind it. You see like the lance master auto attacks to the boss. See right there on the top left. So yeah, one person look at it. You failed it. You trigger the Medusa. The Medusa kills everyone unless you time stop it. So yeah. But yeah, that's basically like another showcase of the Medusa. The wing is random. It can be one wing, it can be 0 wings, it can be like 2 wings. So if it's 2 wings and 2 wings, for example, then like you need 4 people to look at it. So yep, that's basically how it goes right there. That's the Medusa. So mostly all of the mechanics are done right now. You just need to like keep pushing like the boss until 0 bar mechanic happens, which is like even if you have like the highest item level or anything, you cannot kill Vykas. It doesn't matter. She's gonna stay at like one health bar basically. Now she does the final mechanic. This is 0 bar mechanic right here. So yeah. So 0 bar mechanic right here. So what this does is basically now her stagger bar is open right now. So yeah, you need to stagger the boss from now on. The less people you have, the longer it takes to stagger. Using Way only depletes half of the stagger bar. So this is like part of it right here. So yeah, first of all, she spawns like a clone all around the map. Center, top, left, and bottom and right basically. And one is real. One of the thing is real on the edge of the arena. The middle one is gonna do Medusa, so you need to look away from the boss. So yeah, this one is Medusa right here. So you cannot look at this clone. So yeah, using the mini map, you can see where the boss is. The boss is on the right side. So you go to the right side right now. So yeah, and I use Way on this one. But you can see Way eats like the stagger, but even then, it only eats half of it. Only eats half of the thing. So yeah, before you start this phase, you wanna lower your gauge. Because starting from this phase, your gauge start climbing up on its own. So you want your gauge to be at 0 at this point, if possible. So you use this, you use Sway right here. So yeah, from the clone right here, from the clone, there is gonna be like this like black AoE that travels to like wherever it's aiming to. Standing on this one, reduce your gauge. So you wanna use this to reduce your gauge down to 0. And then now you stagger the whole time. You need to dodge like every single mechanic right now, because every single mechanic gives you gauge. If you PvP, you will kill your party and then you die. So yeah, just need to dodge this one and this one. The stagger bar is still like a quarter right now. So now you have to keep staggering. In the meantime, during this stagger, you just have to like keep, you just have to keep doing it right now. So yeah, like there is this mechanic that drops like the puddle, drop it outside so you don't drop it in the center. So yeah, all of this mechanic right here. Now you have to dodge all of this. There is a Medusa over there. There is an AoE over here. Dodge everything. Don't look at the Medusa here and there. Okay. And then like now like our gauge is like pretty high right now. 2 people died again. So yeah, extra people die. Right side again, the same thing. Could be anywhere, but yeah, you wanna use this gauge to get to lower gauge again. Use this to lower the gauge, and you're gonna keep like doing this until like she's staggered. It's not a lot, to be honest. All you need to do is just dodge everything. But yeah, so yeah, and that's basically like the fight right here. So yeah, it's not that hard. Surely, like it's not that hard, not that hard. But yeah, but I mean like in this part right here, this is basically like the player check basically. It's the player check. So for this one right here, like for example, so at this part right here, when I was doing this, everyone dies except me basically. So now it's just me, right? Just me. Now she does like the final mechanic. So if we only have one person, this is gonna take way longer to actually kill. Not to mention the enrage timer is still there. She can enrage in the middle of this. Then after that, like you'll get one shot here and there. So yeah, but with one person, technically you can still do it. So yeah, because I bust through this phase. So yeah, you just do this, way like take like half of the gauge, and then after that like you just keep doing this over time. So yeah, at that point everyone will be panicking. Honestly, at this point I have zero trust on party. Like if you get PvP in this phase right here, because like you keep getting hit left and right, cannot dodge shit basically, I would just kill you right away. It's probably easier to do that rather than sleep bombing you. If you can't dodge it, you're gonna get PvP anyway later. Might as well just kill you right now. So yeah, at this point that's what I would do right there. But yeah, drop it out as usual. But yeah, you see like this Stagger gauge is taking so long to actually go down. So yeah, this gets harder and harder. Like the more people you lose, the harder it goes. So you dodge the Medusa and everything, and you're done. And she repeats this again. She's gonna keep repeating this until she enrages and you die, or until you finish the Stagger bar. Friendship over. But yeah, kill the weak natural selection rate. Well, I don't know. I mean like that's just how I do it basically. If you get PvP in this part, that means you didn't dodge. If you didn't dodge, then you're gonna get PvP anyway. So I'll just kill you first, so that you never bother us anymore. Yeah, you keep dodging this and everything. Just go in and yeah, until like she get like until she's down. So you have to dodge everything, because each of this hit right here, if it hits, it's gonna increase your gauge. If it increases your gauge, then you're gonna get PvP. Then if you PvP, you die, because you cannot hit the boss anymore, right? So yeah, then like the boss will just wipe you if everyone like gets into PvP, into like into charm. So yeah, just like the gist of it right here. And that's the walkthrough, Ben. That's the walkthrough. That's the walkthrough. Just keep doing this until you're done. But yeah, that's the walkthrough for like phase 3 Vykas, man. That's all of the mechanic right there, at least the important one. There is a lot of like, you know, the basic mechanic one, just dodge and everything. It's pretty simplistic, to be honest, but I mean like in execution it's actually much harder. Plus like if you're doing this blind, the mechanic is relatively vague. You don't really like, you know, when you see the mechanic happen, you might not know what to do first until you figure it out. So it's actually harder to like blind prog this one. But yeah, this is like the walkthrough right here. So yeah, there is a mechanics where she's doing in save, out save, depending on visual cue or what. Yes, there is a mechanic for that, which is like the one that well, we can go through like that extra one right here, which is like this one right here, I think. So yeah, this one right here. So there is this visual cue right here. This is the in and out, an extra in and out mechanic right here. She bends down. If there is a light, there is a red one on like the sword side, that means in is safe. In is safe. So yeah, if she does the other one, if she does like if it's not on the sword side, the sword is on this side, but then it's not, then it's out safe. So yeah, that's like one of the extra ones. She doesn't really like do this that often, but sometimes it happens. So yeah, but yeah, this is mainly like part of it then. So yeah. Now she bends down and like the circle spawns. So yeah, but yeah, that's mainly the mechanic. You know, it's not really that big. You know, only 8 to 9 like, you know, one shot mechanic that is like, you know, kind of like, you know, everyone has to execute like properly. That's it, man. It's only like 8 to 9. It's not like 20 or something, right? It's not that bad. But yeah, that's like phase 3 right there. So yeah, that's phase 3 Vykas, man. So yeah, the hard one. The normal one is relatively similar. The battle item and everything is the same. It's just like, you know, there is more leniency and less scaling. It hurts less. And there is like some of the less mechanic, like less tentacle, less, there is no 35 bar mechanic, the one where you have to space bar. And there is no, the Medusa, you just need to look out. You don't need to look at her on Medusa. So yeah. Only, yeah. But yeah, that's like the Vykas phase 3. So yeah, that's the walkthrough right there. So yeah, ding dong boys, walkthrough over. This is the phase 3 Vykas. So yeah, you just do it, kill the boss, done. Take the reward. Problem solved right there, easy. But yeah, anyways boys, yeah, that's basically how it goes right here. This is the phase 3 Vykas walkthrough. So yeah, if you have any more question, I guess you can just ask away later, you know, if in YouTube, then in the comments. It's like there's like a lot more mechanics here and there than like the usual one, than like Bolton for example. So yeah, the skill take reward. Yep. Anyways, that's phase 3 Vykas, man. That is it. Good luck on your Vykas prog, man. But yeah, let's go back.